As quick as possible.
Yeah, the only thing I know about this draft is OG's either gonna like raffle stomp them again like game one, or it's just gonna kind of flop. I don't think these really.
Prepare for battle.
It's a draft so confusing that it's literally caused Cap to lose his ability to speak, gods. You just never know what's going to happen with OG. Is it a 33 Chen? Is it a no-tail Chen? Is it a no-tail Shaker? Is it a Soxa Pugna? Is it a mid Pugna? You just don't know with this team.
You don't know, and I think people are starting to have a bit more faith in OG. The odds a bit more even compared to game number one. And you finally get to find out who's playing what, but even when you know who's playing what, it's like, well, now who's going where?
How are they going to play it?
Yeah, it will be a Sumail mid gyrocopter. I thought, you know, maybe Sanking's mid against the Kunkka. Maybe they're going to do another Chen mid, but it's the gyro. All three core players for OG have gone mid at one point in time, and we're just seeing the evolution of these mind games here against Team Secret.
Just when you thought OG had revealed their final form at TI9, you know, now they show they might have another level with some new faces. We'll reserve judgment, I guess, on how the game's going to go. I would say, guys, you know, we were talking a little bit about it. Sankia has not been a popular hero this tournament, but this game, it felt like it could actually solve a lot of their problems.
Yeah, this is a really good hero against the PL as far as having this AoE Sandstorm that he doesn't want to fight under. That's just going to pose a big threat as far as damage output goes. The insta-stun is really nice as well. Something that you really need to deal with heroes like Timbersaw. And even just if you want to ever gank a PL, you need that kind of initiation. Something that draft lacked until the last two picks. They got both Sanking and Nyx, so plenty of lockdown, plenty of control. But the Sanking, you get a fast Veil, and I think the magic burst from Sanking, Pugna, Gyrocopter does pose a big threat this game.
Yeah, it feels like Zai will not have a free game in the mid game if the lanes don't go well, and that has often not been the case for a lot of these Timber games lately. But for now, let's see how the lanes unfolded. It's going to be an offensive tri-lane for Secret, trying to shut down 33 early. I feel like every game we've seen his Chen in a core role, he's dominated, but he may start this game by feeding a quick first blood. This is a tricky tri-lane.
Yeah, they did something, I think, a bit unconventional, which was fissure. I mean, fissure blocking the off lane is normal, but doing so with your carry in that lane. So they're looking to pull back the wave, but No-Tail, as soon as he saw that first fissure top, he's like, okay, I'm going to go pull some waves. Normally you're pulling the off lane. He's pulling the safe lane creep wave to behind the tower. So this is new creep cutting, creep pulling meta game developing, and yeah, that's going to, if you're tri-laning up there and you're losing experience because your waves are being pulled away, that's a big problem. Secret need to address it.
Well, we'll see if they're able to take a quick look at the other lanes here as Sumail and Nisha are dueling mid. Last game, I mean, I don't think I've seen Nisha really lose a lane at all this tournament, and certainly have not seen him get bodied the way he did last game. So I'm very interested to see if Sumail can have that same level of dominance again. Gyro's not normally considered like a super dominant laner by any means.
No. I would give Kunkka a small edge in this matchup, if anything. Just he's the base stats and the ability to constantly cleave and harass Sumail's Gyrocopter should give Gyrocopter at least a slight disadvantage in this matchup. Seeing Nisha, you're able to secure all those range creeps with cleave all the time, and it already is a 10-5 last hit advantage over 6-4, so it's going Nisha's way.
And for all intents and purposes, Gyro is like a melee hero when it comes to attacking in the early game, which means you're going to eat those cleaves.
Yep. Bottom lane is where the Sanking Timbersaw matchup is. We've seen Seb lane against quite a few Timbersaws. A lot of the teams in the group stage, especially the CIS teams, were playing a lot of Timbersaw. He had some unfavorable matchups that he actually made look pretty okay. The Tidehunter one comes to mind where he actually went even.
Lane, No-Tail, gonna be our first blood. They caught him out. He went for a stun, only got one hero with it. And then Secret just stood their ground and ended up finding the kill. So it has evolved, I guess, into a full try-v-try here top. Yep, but first blood going the way of Secret.
I think OG, both teams don't mind this too much. Timbersaw is generally a hero that wants the solo XP. That's why it's been played mid in the past. So you want to see Timbersaw in these 1v1 matchups. And at the same time, Seb feels confident in these 1v1 matchups. I was mentioning that Tide versus Timbersaw game he played where he went okay. And this time around, you know, playing the Sand King, another melee strength hero, should be a bad matchup, but he seems to just be holding his own, getting some good farm.
Yeah, so far so good. Curious to see the skill build here. Used to be that Sandstorm max, Caustic maybe something you prioritize in this matchup, but you know, hard to say with Seb. I think when he was the Tide in that game, he went max Anchor Smash and Kraken and didn't even skill the ult until like level 9 or level 8, something like that.
Finding a courier. Yeah, the Kraken actually, you get your strength back, which was kind of cool with that matchup, and importantly, he got an early mass so he could sustain himself. That's going to be, I think, the difficult thing is how do you sustain yourself in lane? You're going to constantly get harassed, so you need to either go for a fast like Ring of Regen, or you can bottle charges.
Cut the wave, I guess. For now, that's going to be the plan.
That works. But he's only got the 1 point in Sandstorm, so this is... I mean, he's going to be able to do this. It's just going to be very slow. And ideally, you want to try pull waves into neutral camp so you get that ultra-efficient farm where you're farming the lane and the jungle. Once he gets that 2nd point in Sandstorm, that may be the plan that he takes.
For now, Timbersaw Courier coming out. Seb just hanging to cut the waves, and may see another volley of attacks here up top. A secret art positioning. So far, the Phantom Lancer farming very well, 20 and 6, while for OG, 33 is only 11 and 4, and it's not like the supports are really CSing a whole lot, so a bit concerning. Most of his Chen games have been like a super dominant laning phase.
He really likes to grab these piercing damage neutral creeps that can just farm really fast, so we may see him fall back to the jungle fairly soon, use these velocities. Right now he's just trying to deny everything with them. You attack at the same time, it's so impossible to last hit against 3 units hitting at the same time.
Yeah, even for PL, who has 78 damage with the Phantom Rush, it's going to be even more. And Quelling Blade, it's still kind of tricky.
So I think the early levels are bad for Chen, but once you get the 2nd point in Holy Persuasion, you have an edge.
Fissure is not going to quite fully block off Saksa. He doesn't have a point into Decrepify yet. They're going to chase him down. Stick was already committed, and it looks like Saksa may just survive. The Fissure still on cooldown. One more spear just barely secures the kill.
If No-Tail TP'd sooner with an Impale, may have been able to save him, but...
And that was a 2-for-1 on Bounty Runes. This is round 2 of the action.
Wow.
Top lane, No-Tail getting stunned. The Fissure block.
Being maledicted.
Can they finish him off? Good stun on 2. It's only a level 2 Maledict, so not quite enough damage yet.
Yeah, I think at this point the Chen's probably just saying, like, guys, like, don't need help necessarily in lane. He only really needs help if he's getting dove, which is something if he's left alone that definitely you can expect Secret to go for kills. This Shaker Witch Doctor have plenty of damage output, plenty of control. So anyone by themselves or pushing up too deep, as we've seen these supports do, is being punished by the Maledict plus stuns of this lane.
The shenanigans continuing bottom as Seb just keeps on dragging creeps, and Zai bringing his own small creep army down to engage the Sand Cane, and Seb may actually die here. Zai, level 1 Timber Chain, gonna have to shock room again soon. For now, not engaging.
It's kind of guessing to
It is a level 3 Sandstorm as they commit to mid. And Yapzor, great rotation, finds the kill.
Yeah, once Kunk gets level 6, a Fissure sets up a Torrent bow combo. You don't even need to get the X. Normally, once Kunk hits level 6, you just play outside of the X range because level 1 X has a very low cast range. But because there's a Shaker rotation, you have a guaranteed Torrent set up when you use that Fissure.
Man, it's like a total flip-flop here of how the lane went. Gyrocopter, 1,700 net worth. Sumail falling behind in CS, I imagine bought a ton of regen, and meanwhile the Kunkka of Nisha, 2,800, so he's over 1,000 gold ahead.
The Witch Doctor cast being used up top, it took out both of Chen's creeps. He finds a new one though, and he gets a nice little Troll Priest, which has a really nifty mana regen aura and some heals. 2.5 mana regen aura. You get a free CM aura. Usually you got to pick a CM to get this, but it turns out you can, you know, just pick a Chen instead.
Yeah. Don't even need to waste a pick on that garbage hero.
Yeah, exactly. That hero has felt pretty lackluster this tournament, as Liquid can attest to.
No offense, my lady.
No, absolutely not. If anything, we're just making a plea to IceFrog to get CM some buffs.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Mid lane, they've rotated over. No-Tail trying to soak XP, does dodge away from the Torrent. They got the Maledict on him, and Nisha manages to find him with the X. Can he kill him off here? Tidebringer, Carapace stun will buy him a little time, has the stick, but it is not going to save him. Meanwhile, top, Sumail's rotated, tried to dive this lane. Zai just stands his ground, full HP. But they did get the PL kill. Yeah,
Matu dying is a very big pickup for Alliance. The 33 Chen has the Helm of the Dominator, but this creep army is going to be somewhat controlled by the Witch Doctor cast, so at least they have some response to all the creeps that are going to be running around the map, farming and just killing anyone. We've seen 33 get all kinds of crazy solo kills with these creep armies, and this is the point in the game where I think OG really need to get their support some levels. Both Pugna and Nyx Assassin are pretty level-dependent supports. You want to get that Vendetta, ASAP.
And they're not getting the hero kills like they did last game.
Yes. And you're tri-laning, so you're very experienced out.
Sumail, this could really set them back, gods. They have a ward. They've seen this journey.
There's 4 secret heroes down here.
And they are converging. Seb is here with a level 3 stun and a level 4 Sandstorm. He can dish out a lot of damage if they're not able to burst Sumail. Where's Seb going to stun? Initially just on the Kunkka. Walks into a Torrent. That's not great, but the cooldown's here. Do they have the firepower? No Tail with the stun. They get the Shaker kill. They're working down Nisha. They've got to deal with Seb. This is too much damage to be fighting in the Sandstorm. The Burrow Strike coming through. They're going to get the Nisha kill potentially. Tidebringer. Oh, he jukes around the trees. They can't finish him off. Seb so close to 3 kills, and I don't know if he gets any of them. Nisha trying to run away. Seb will burrow through, connects and secures it. But they're deprived of the Matumba Man and the Nisha kills. Those are the tastier treats.
Matu's still stuck down here. I believe he TP'd, so...
He's got a salve in his
5 seconds
inventory, but it looks like he wants to save it.
He might cut through these trees behind you. Yeah, he's going to go fishing.
Is he going to go farm again? Oh, he's salving. He's showing himself. Nobody's ever seen this one coming. The Scorpion King around the world, but I don't know if he can kill him at this point.
Just some
Too
harass.
much heal. Well... I mean, that's scary, though. Like, PL is going to have a hard time laning against him.
That's absolutely worth. Just use your mana to bully PL back to base or force him to buy more salves. Anything to pressure his farm. Sumail would have died there, but the Ghost Ship didn't actually hit him. The X into Ghost Ship combo was interrupted by an OG stun, and that saved Sumail's life.
Zai wants this outpost, but he got Centaur stopped. Now he's going to get stunned again. I don't know if they get it. They've lost Saksa for it. Seb, not going to look like it gets...
This is not going well for Secret.
Yeah, Seb was thinking about getting the double outpost on bottom, but just ends up farming the camp.
Yep.
Still, heavy investment. And they continue to harangue Zai. Puppies in pursuit. Absolute mess this early game, has to be said. Just everyone roaming around everywhere. 33, though.
Nice
That's a tanky hero to try and finish off. They'll commit for him. They're walking into the call down. First missile's a connection. Second one off the mark, though. And they managed to kill off the Chen. That's 2 down. Still standing strong. Everyone on Secret at full HP. They've even forced the Seb rotation. Is he going to be able to get a kill? Probably with the Sandstorm. The Troll Trap coming through. And that'll secure Puppy. But this also frees up Matumba Man down bottom.
Yeah, nice micro from the Chen, making it so that Witch Doctor couldn't even go for a cask on the neutral creep. Kept it away from the Sand King. Used it only at the last second, but overall, Secret very happy with these trades because PL is finally getting some much-needed room to farm. Getting some alone time, which it feels like Matu's just being constantly surrounded by action. He's 2-1-1, but his net worth not looking fantastic. Even though he's sitting in 4th place, he just doesn't really know to hit many creeps, but...
It feels like the entire game is on Seb's shoulders right now. Like, you have a Chen with a lot of farm, but it's not like the Chen is likely to go and, like, wipe their team. They have plenty of ways to deal with the creeps in the mid-game, right? Shaker, the Cask, the Cleave from the Tidebringer, and Timber. So it's really all on the Sand King to carry them through this mid-game.
They drafted to completely ruin this Chen's game, and Alliance OG, I mean, they're still having a decent Chen game so far, so it really is up to Seb to make some plays around the map. Their hard carry is the Gyrocopter, who's having a much worse game than any of the other cores here, sitting at just 2.8k net worth.
They're smoking. They're looking for No Tail. He needs the level 6. He's going to be denied. Carapace coming through. Torrent was weighted out by Nisha. Now they cleave him, finish him off, and all the while pressuring the mid lane. Zai gets the tower too, so Secret having their cake, eating it too. I mean, game 1 was the story of OG having the answers for the Coddle Bristle. Game 2, maybe it's the story of Secret having the answers for the Chen.
It really feels that way. This Chen is just not being able to have a big impact. To see Secret constantly hunting down, killing his creeps, and we've also got an answer for Sux's Pugna, who had a very big impact in the first game.
Or do they? He's healing. He's standing strong until the Epsor comes in and deletes him. And now they may lose 33 as well, even through the hand of God. There's way too much burst. They did get the PL. Can they find more? Finally, No Tail's hit level 6. He crafts a counter gank and turns it around. Seb with a good 2-hero Burrow Strike into a call down. Echo to interrupt this. The Carapace to interrupt that. They keep on going. Burrow Strike cooling down soon. They'll have another, but do they have the firepower? Yapsor got to get the hell out of there. He can't. That's 3. Are they having one of those OG fights? You betcha. Can Zai clean them up? No, they get them all except for the Kunkka of Nisha, but they're hunting for him. Seb, he's got the Burrow. He's out of range. The Blink already committed, so he will get away. Somehow, man, OG, they just always find a way, gods.
Yeah, Sand King Blink Dagger coming online did a huge amount of damage, as did the Gyrocopter. Sumail, despite his net worth, that's always been the beauty of Gyrocopter as a carry, is that even if you get pressured in lane, you can still have such a big impact just off of levels. Level 4 Rocket Barrage and Cooldown, especially that second missile and Cooldown, just do immense amounts of magic damage. So without items, you're still a threat in these fights.
I mean, to me, the story of this fight was those two healers, the Pugna and the Chen. Like, it took forever to kill them.
Yeah, that took me a lot.
Because the Shaker actually fissured himself away so that he couldn't get off an enchant totem to interrupt the life drain. Yep. And as you mentioned, Chen's just tanky.
It was a Burrow Strike into 2-hero Impale that allowed the cooldown to hit both those heroes twice.
And then they got a Carapace to interrupt the Echo, and here we go. Now the OG Run At You machine is heating up, but Zai there to counter it. Gets the quick kill on the Pugna. Now the boat coming through. Can they burst him? This guy is the arsenal of the team fight, and down he goes. That's a double for Zai. Secret right back in action, diving after No Tail. Zai trying to predict, gets off the shock orb. He's got the dust.
Okay, so I was about to say.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the icon. I'm like, is he blind?
Yeah,
I mean, Zai's good, but he had a little help.
There's no been that good, I don't think. Unless you have a really good gaming chair.
Yeah, well, Secret feeling comfortable. That is for sure. 6K gold lead, and do you agree? I guess we can go back to the draft analysis while we've got a moment here.
Yep.
They said like they just feel like this is a better, more stable draft for Secret, better late game most likely. Been back and forth, but they do have a big lead with the PL.
Yeah, and the PL is finally getting some farm, even though he's third on the net worth. He's third behind two of his teammates. So the big problem with the draft is very much the mid lane. That's where the big farm discrepancy is, the Kunkka versus Gyrocopter, and Gyrocopter is the hero that needs to have the most net worth on OG. It's their hard carry, even though it's being played in the mid lane, so where the farm is on the OG side is a big problem. Their way back in is definitely the fight. Sumail just kind of creeps for the rest of this game. He needs to come and get involved at some point.
They need that that damage to kill off Timbersaw, to kill off PL, to have a chance at the Kunkka. They're going to have a crack at Zai here. They smoked. Sep gets the initial stun. Carapace is still available, and Zai's just going to wait it out, and there's no follow-up. They have magic damage, but it's just not fast enough, it seems.
Sumail just farming a mid creep wave. Not sure if he thought he was considering a kill there or not, but that was not close at all.
Now they have Yules on the Timbers, so if it wasn't already hard enough to kill Zai, it gets that much harder now.
Yeah, that is a pesky item. I like this a lot when you're playing it. It's like the Pugna having an easy way to cancel the live drain, going to go back on in, be able to cancel those TPs away from you.
They won a piece of Seb. He burrowed straight forward, but it's into an X. And all kinds of trouble. Reinforcements are arriving. The boat crashes through and they keep him alive. Can he commit to the hand of God? And electric. Everything to save Seb. Can he turn it and fight? Burrow straight on two. The Echo Slave interrupts it. It's caught out Sumail. It's caught out Seb. They're both dead. And Sasa trapped in the fissure. Person, maybe he can turn it into an absolute paradise for all. Gets all good damage. Isn't gonna matter. The Torque, Yapzor standing strong with that Shen Warrior, right? It's gonna clean up Yapzor. Do they have enough to do with this PL though? No time to stay alive. Carapace is there. The top of the man thought he had that, but the X is gonna pull it back in to the Torque going in arms of Nisha. That kill is secured. A 3 for 1. And they chase for more now. They're gonna isolate 33. They're gonna butcher the Shen where he stands. All the armor in the world will not save you against Matama Man and his diffusal blade. And Secret, almost a T-Wipe.
That was some of those spells that Secret landed there. Got a perfect 2-hero Echo Slam from Yapzor, getting the Gyrocopter with the Sand King, the two most important heroes in that fight. And then Kunkka is hitting 2-hero Torrents as well with the X setup. I mean, I don't think it catches one, but apparently it led to a Torrent on 2 heroes. And then he's just damage up in these fights with this Spincore early on. He's got all his strengths with his mega tanky as well. And the armlet, he is an absolute beast that OG, it's no longer about, hey, can you kill the Timber? So it's like, well, can you kill a Timber? Can you kill the Kunkka? Can you even kill the PL?
Who also has a hood and an essence ring.
Yeah.
Echo, or Epicenter coming into the mid lane. They're going to bring Matumba low, but the fissure from Yapzor is going to prevent the immediate follow-up, and now they pull No-Tail back. Called out coming through. Again, Soxa trying to save him. Do they have the damage, though, to bring down Matumba Man? He's still at half HP. Another Burrow Strike required for this, and all the while, Zai's getting into the backlines. They finally blow up the PL. Can they find more? He chains away. Looks like Zai is out of there. Nisha, he's coming for the flank. Perhaps he can get punished. Burrow strike is there. They catch him out. This is a big kill for OG. Gifted to them. It's
wow,
just
really
a
nice.
bit overzealous by Nisha.
Are they going Roshi with this smoke? They immediately run towards the top side of the map.
There's no radiant vision of that smoke. This will be a complete surprise to Secret.
Machu got a bit overconfident there. He definitely could have survived if he just went to doppelganger away, but he was trying to just bait really hard because he knows how tanky he is. He has 2,000 HP with an Essence Ring and a Hood, but there was enough damage on the OG side, and the chain stuns caught him by surprise because he really should have just disengaged there.
They scan to the pit. They've got a smoke on Yabzor. He's got Echo Slam in 10.
They gotta go soon though.
I don't think they're gonna have time.
Yabzor.
Maybe they still try for a
5-second Seleko. It's too late.
Size lumbering towards the pit. He's going to get Carapace done. This could get really ugly. Yap's waiting in the wings. Look for the Blink. Look for the Echo. Or maybe just look for Zai to get the hell away. They do not want to fight into this. No-Tail runs it with the Carapace. Gets the follow-up stun. In comes Yapzor. Blink and Chat Totem. And they do eradicate the infestation. No-Tail down. But Aegis secured. And overall, a nice turn of events for OG.
Yeah, suddenly it's a much more competitive game here. I mean, of course, OG weren't out of it by any means, but an Aegis on their side when they're down after this rough start is going to give them the ability to like really take some aggressive fights now. Something Secret really have to respect, especially the PL who just isn't really teamfight ready. Needs that Manta style as well, I feel like, before he can come join too many of these clashes.
It's not a great PL game. You know, if Gyro and Sandcane are getting farmed, there is so much AoE to deal with the illusions.
Yeah. Any game you're going Hood on PL suggests, you know, it wasn't a perfect PL game, but it was like the best carry available. It's a hero you never want to go Hood on, but sometimes you just feel like you have to stay alive.
I mean, I don't feel like it's a game where like on his own he's gonna solo carry it, right? It's not like he will be useless, but they need the support of Nisha, of Yabzor to be hitting these combos, interrupting team fights, and that is something OG can maybe take advantage of. They have moved into the Radiant jungle. They take over the outpost right before the 20-minute mark, so one for each. See a double damage rune left behind here.
Ooh, that's a juicy one for OG to perhaps go for a tier 1 mid-tower push. They've got plenty of time to maneuver around it. Sumail is likely going to be the one to go pick it up.
Few big item pickups here. Seb has a Spirit Vessel, obviously great versus the Timber and the Kunkka. You've also got about to get a mech on the Chen.
Wow, those odds. Oh my gosh, Secret is so heavily favored, but
that was before the Roche, I'm pretty sure.
You got to imagine it. I feel like it is nowhere close to those odds right now.
In comes No-Tail. They do see him. Lance comes through. Cask as well is going to end up getting the stun, but the counterplay from Seb. On the puppy he goes.
With DD.
And they get the damage to burst Patuppa Man down. They brought him to half HP. Seb's in trouble though. They can't afford to lose him. They will. Through the hand of God, he still dies. Sumail now on a bit of an island. Gets off the homie missile. Tries to retreat. Standing with the Maledict and taking a lot of damage from Zai. I don't know if he can fight against this. Chains away. Zai doing more and more work. He's still alive. He will end up dropping back down. No-Tail, he misses the stun. Zai might just get out of there now. Oh, what a mess. And Yabzor's going to make it even worse. Comes in with the Echo. Follow-up combo is there and deletes OG. They lose their Aegis. They lose their dignity. And they sure as hell lose the team fight.
Oh boy. Secret bought the wombo to the combo, and Gyrocopter, for all the damage, it was being spread out kind of evenly between Team Secret with the DD flak. Nobody got brought low enough to kill them off. Puppy positioned his death ward on that high ground cliff, and he was there with like 150 health. The last flak didn't kill him. We'll see it again here. Those flaks, unfortunately, Puppy doesn't die to the flaks. He pops his wand and then just death wards from the high ground. You can see it there. He gets really low, but there's no more flak hits, and that death ward destroys both Seb and then No-Tail, who barely gets away, but
it really shows you how reliant this OG team fight is on the Sand King. If he dies early, like at this point at least, they can't deal with Secret.
And Maledict, such a great mid to late game damage tool. When you're getting that kind of damage out of a support, you're offering a lot to these team fights, and well, maybe those odds a bit more accurate now after Secret win that fight convincingly into an Aegis.
Yeah, they are still out farming significantly. All three cores topping the net worth charts. Down 0-1 in this best of 3. It is a winner bracket showdown. Winner will face VP. Loser still has a shot to make a lower bracket run, and probably not a team anyone in the lower bracket is looking forward to playing against, whoever it is. A Seb gets scouted out here. They've dusted him down in the bottom lane. Can they bring down the Sand King? Goes for the TP out. The Yules is available and apparently not required.
And it started such a good game for Seb that he was controlling the tempo with that early blink. Big part of OG winning a couple of team fights, but I think Secret have recognized that he is the hero to target at the start of all these fights. He's constantly been enemy #1 for them, and
he doesn't really have a great save, right? So we'll see him go towards the Yules now, because as soon as he gets caught out of position, there's so much chain stun, the cask, the maledict, the fissure. Like, there's just too much burst for him to go in, Secret counterplay, and somehow he escapes.
yeah.
Even with the Chen heals, it was not nearly enough when 33 used them in the last fight.
Now we have a mech on Puppy's Witch Doctor, so even the 5 positions getting some items for the team here.
Puppy taking his 10% and spending it wisely for Secret's benefit.
That's probably about accurate. He's got about, 10% of the team net worth, less than the 20%. That would be even distribution.
The math checks out.
Yeah.
Up to a 12K gold lead now, Secret. What's the next step here? Are they trying to end the game soon? Are you content to just take it easy?
They have PL, and PL late game should still do okay versus the Gyrocopter, assuming you have a net worth lead, because you just get all these annoying items and just kind of chip away at him. You constantly burn his mana. You're going to later on have like an Abyssal Blade. You have the sustain from items like Satanic if you want to go that. So I don't think they're in a rush to end this, but it is control the map. Yeah.
Burrow strikes back to safety. They did scan to confirm that he was in that area, or possibly with a teammate behind him. Epsor still lurking with his shadow emulate in the trees, and Sumail starting to split push a little more, but Nisha looking to punish this. Zai comes in from the rear as well, and Sumail completely isolated, caught out, no escape, no chance in hell.
Yeah.
Down goes the king.
He's really deep on the map there. Even if he has a BKB, that's the scenario where you're being forced to BKB TP out. Doesn't have it yet, so it's an easy pickoff. He just misinterpreted where Secret were playing on the map. I think he was under the impression they were around that mid lane with 2 or 3 heroes, but all it takes is 1 to catch him with a stun, in this case the X and the Torrent, and it's a quick, easy pickoff.
On the OG side, it's got to be a concern. Like, what is the plan now? It feels like the support Pugna's starting to fall off. The Chen has sort of crested, and now you can just see his creeps getting massacred by Zai.
You need big team fight.
Coming in to clean up, and yeah, they need that perfect combo, right? Like the call down with the multiple hero burrow strike and the Carapace and the Nick stun, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to find that again, God. It's not the way Secret are positioning.
I mean, Secret is super tanky, but they still aren't, like, they're not playing with BKB. So things like Carapace, Nick stun, Sand King stuns, all the magic damage from Gyro Pugna, it's not being negated. They're not going for the magic immunity, which I think is fine. Like, I don't think it's a mistake from Secret. They don't have heroes that want to go BKB. PL, Timbersaw just aren't BKB heroes. Kunkka, he's just happy to tank up with all of his strength items. So OG still can play these team fights around their stuns. And that's going to be the big thing to look out for. People like Yapsor, he's been so good in these fights, disengaging with using the fissure to protect his teammates. Because when your teammates are in a BKB, you have to play those team fights that much better.
Showing Zai down bottom as he confidently shoves in the lane, and Secret farming the map, really sucking every last piece of resources out of it. Finally, OG, they've had enough. They're going to smoke. Yep. They're going to move into their own jungle, try to assume control. They saw the outpost being snagged, but Yapsor, he's got spider legs, and he's already backing out. They might get Nisha, though. Oh, this could be bad. Burrow strike through. He doesn't have his BKB yet, which it looks like he's trying to get towards, and with the help of the Pugna, they do bring him down with ease. Still killable in a 5v1 scenario. And that question is, can they take an actual head-on fight? Seb's looking for more. He gets the Shaker here to start Burrow Strike. Oh, it's just a tad early, and it looks like Yapsor is going to be absolutely fine. Lotus Orb now protecting Yapsor.
We got Carapace.
And he backs out, waiting for the fissure, but he can't blink in for the moment. He's going to try to retreat out, but they're still locking down Zai. Sox is coming in. He does have the life drain. The Yules to interrupt. Called out to meet Zai as he hits the deck. There was no buyback available on the Kunkka. That's 2 dead.
And this is how OG play fights. You just punish the fact there's no BKBs. You chain stun these heroes so they can't do anything. And to do so, you need to make sure you're the ones getting the jump. They find Kunkka alone, then they find the next pick. Unfortunately, a missed Yule stun means they don't kill the Shaker, but they'll take the even bigger kill on Timbersaw. And yeah, with the Spirit Vessel, these heroes are a lot squishier. Seb utilizing that to great effect.
OG buying themselves some time, and look at what Sumail has queued up, gods. Maybe this is the ticket for OG.
Aegis
stay
Rapier.
relevant in the late game.
Roach just respawned as Timber's still dead for 30 seconds. OG.
They have a smoke. They have a blink echo. I don't know if they're going to be able to get there in time, though. Like, Nisha's got to charge into the pit.
Fast.
The last time he was there, he just ended up feeding. He's thinking about it. He's looking to move in, but it's OG who jumped first. They catch out Nisha. They start bursting him with the life drain, bring him down to about half HP. The boat comes through. The roach secured. Sumail will be able to grab it, and now all hell breaks loose. Yapzor coming in with a decent echo, a big fissure. The follow-up coming through for Puppy. Look at it go, but they do interrupt. They keep on fighting. It's Noto with the carapaces, forcing them on the run. Still Secret, though. They've got Seb. They keep on chasing. Can they find these follow-up kills? Sumail's almost out of mana. He's just enough for an extra barrage. Another fissure from Yapzor. Puppy's going to buy back. He sees an opportunity to punish OG for their aggression as 33 TP's out. Will he make it? No, siree. That's a double kill for Matumba Man. Can they chase for more? It looks like Sumail is out of there with the Aegis and the cheese and closing in on the Rapier about half of the way there, but they paid for that aggression.
Yeah. The smart thing they did was they made sure they secured Roshan. I thought for a second they were fighting while not finishing off Roach, but Sumail gets Aegis and cheese while all that's going on. So making it like an even-ish, slightly bad fight while you get Aegis and cheese could still be an okay position for them. They've got Glyph, so they're not going to immediately lose this tier 3 tower. Sumail can kind of flack it off as well.
Sumail, he might just go down here. Matumba Man has a basher. The fissure, the chain stun is there. Saksa will want to try and heal him up.
Epicenter.
Epicenter though from Seb on the rear. It's a good one. Can he bring down Puppy? This would be a dieback. He's being healed up by Saksa. Can they keep him alive? Yule Scepter for now. Do we want to count? Sebs tries to retreat. Out comes the no-tail stun. But they're just not getting the kills. Nisha's standing strong. And the front lines of Sumail. He's got the cheese. Can he get it off? He does. Does he have the follow-up damage? Brings the blow. Nobody's dying. Everyone from Secret just keeps on surviving. The torch storm raining down. They keep on going with the cask. The chain stun is perfect from Secret. They all hang on. All 5 alive. Puppy still there. Sumail against the world. The heals again. Saksa with some help for his buddy, but is it enough? Now they want to get out. Yapzor on the retreat, and it looks like No-Tail wants to hunt this. He doesn't have any mobility items. Can he catch a single solitary hero, or do all of Secret get away with murder? It's getting away with murder, gods. That was 3 heroes dead, a buyback, a cheese, an Aegis. It was basically 5 lives.
It could have been worse if you're OG. You could have lost Gyro again, but it doesn't get much worse. That was such a well-played team fight by Secret, the way they play around the survivability of their frontliners. They were just constantly chain-stunning Sumail. That early death, anytime they get the Maledict on him, it's just so hard for OG to fight. Even with the life drain keeping him alive, he's forced to play these fights very defensively. He's being disarmed by the Halberd on Kunkka. The torrents are flying everywhere, just disabling people.
The torrent storm is a big problem, especially as this BKB gets lower.
Yeah.
But Sumail is closing in on the Rapier. He has the Demon Edge. Not a total giveaway. Seb is going to find Nisha again. Nisha could be in trouble. Backup's coming in with the call down into the Impale. Can Puppy turn this? He's got the mech available, but the Carapace stun by No-Tail. It's on point. Puppy now being isolated, forced away. They will get the kill on Nisha. The trade was Matumba Man flanking from behind the Torrent Storm unleashed. And Matumba Man's cleaning up the backlines. Gets 33. Gets Saksa. Now into the pit where Seb tries to worm his way out of this. Can he escape? Burrow Strike, but a fissure locking him in, and it's death for Seb. 3 down again. It's just taking too long to get these kills.
Yeah, Sumail had to commit his BKB for the kill, and once he'd used it for the Timbersaw, he's like, okay, 4 heroes are running in on us. My BKB's wearing off. What do I do? I'm just going to TP home. He knew there was a bad fight, so Sumail doesn't die, but he doesn't have any way for his teammates to get out of that fight, and he's just probably happy he didn't get found by a PL Basher, which would have canceled that BKB TP.
And I think the Abyssal Blade is coming soon. He's got the recipe in the stash. May not even need it at this rate. Secret banging on the front door now, kicking it down. They storm into the OG base. They're looking for the melee racks. Uncontested, still no set for 20 seconds. It's not unwinnable if they lose a lane, gods. They've got a lot of wave clear, but it's going to be an uphill battle for sure. Secret do get the full lane. No-Tail creeps forward. Does he dare to commit? He'll let Secret scurry back, and Secret now up a full lane of racks.
Yeah, the plan for OG is very much just hope this Rapier is like the Hail Mary that will turn this game around for Secret. They're playing very disciplined, calm Dota. They catch out No-Tail here with a sentry, though.
He's walked into the trap, does get off the Carapace, but Yapzor there with the Enchant Totem, the Fissure block, and the Dust follow-up. They came prepared. to deal with him, and No-Tail is now down. The chase forward onto Saksa. Can they slow him down? Chakram available. Yule Scepter cooling down. Looks like they should have him on the other side of the fight. Matumba Man, he's zoning the other 3 heroes away. In fact, charging into them, dodging away. They don't even manage to threaten him. He's diving up the tier 4 towers. He wants to end them now. He does. It's Matumba Man really in there. And the Torrent Storm will cover his retreat. So successful zoning forces out the Pug to buyback. They get both supports. Can they get the second lane?
I don't know if they want to take this fight still. OG, even without the Nyx Assassin, with the Pug to buyback, definitely got a strong high ground defense when everyone's alive. And
they know 2 buybacks have been used on OG. They know it's a dieback on the Nyx. And they have 3 buybacks of their own.
They may be incentivized to try and go before Sumail finishes Rapier, because that suddenly you going high ground is not possible unless you kill like 2 or 3 OG people. So trying to end this game before Rapier comes online may actually be one of the safer options for Secret in some ways.
Well, here's the Abyssal. And this is the lockdown they might have been lacking to deal with Sumail. Even if he gets a Rapier, you know, he has no lifesteal for now, really, aside from, I guess, the Vlads.
He's praying that the life drain heal is enough. We've seen the Saksa heal bot work wonders in some of these fights, but yeah, he doesn't have his own life drain. He's really going to want like a Satanic or something after the Rapier, maybe. But I mean, we're talking like 5-6k gold items to farm.
This is like a new level of naked Rapier. You know, no Aegis, no lifesteal. The saves are only really going to help him if the Pugna can hide, and that's getting harder with the base being caved in. YapzOr again with the flanks, and again catching out No-Tail. They jump in with the Abyssal. Yule Scepter coming through, just buying them time, and this also buying time for Seb to set up with the 3-hero stun, but they don't want to fight outside the base. They don't want to fight pre-Rapier, but they might be forced to. Good characters again. Zai starting to drop low. He does get off the Lotus Orb, and that will allow him to retreat. The boat covers his back pedal.
They're stalling okay here.
OG are buying time. Sumail's like, give me creeps, anything, gold, please, go. Head south, men.
It's such good team play, too. Like, No-Tail looks like he's just dead there, and the Nyx, they catch him out with the Gem Shaker, but Seb says, no, we're not leaving anyone behind. He gets a nice multi-hero Burrow Strike, which allows No-Tail to survive long enough to go for another Carapace.
The Paladin Sword. Oh, how sweet it is. Who needs
Lifesteal? We'll get free Lifesteal.
Got him. That is huge. And he's going to get Rapier. But they might lose heroes while this is going on. Saksa, that's a dieback if he goes down. And he's important to keep the Gyro alive in an upcoming fight. They jump forward, looking for the Pugna. And suddenly a godlike Matumba Man, Seb scrambling back. Did Sumail match to buy the Rapier? He did, and he's already combined it. Why not?
He's no TP.
Uh-oh. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. They don't have a ward. They don't know.
Chen's pulling him out, I think. That's, yeah.
Get back here, buddy. My precious. It's safe for now.
Sumail's Rapier doesn't even queue up any life.
They can set up on Zai with the Rapier. They've got the damage to burst him. There's only buyback on Kunkka now, by the way. They've all spent their gold on Secret. So a bad fight could really get punished, gods.
I think if you're Secret, you're saying, okay, he's going to Rapier, let's wait for ages. You're looking to slow the game down now. You know Sumail's gone all in, and you're in this position where you lose one team fight where you get team wipe. You're not going to lose the game, but suddenly the game gets really difficult. At this point, even with a Rapier, Secret still have this big advantage. They've got to pick and choose.
Sabi's walking into a trap. There's 4 heroes waiting. The Fissure comes through, gets off the Yules. YapzOr gonna let him back off safely. They don't want to commit and get countered by the Gyro. They are respecting the Rapier.
Yeah, you really have to. You need to play very safe around this. And the fact that your cores don't have BKB means you need to be really careful.
If somebody dies now, it might just be a free Roche for OG.
That is absolute worst case scenario for Team Secret.
Or just might be a free set for Team Secret as they found him. Good save for now by Saksa. He blinks out to safety, gets back to freedom, and Saksa starts healing him, although he is kind of forward here in the river. Seb's quite low. I don't know if he's going to want to stick around for a fight, but they kind of have to, gods. Roche is up in 25 seconds.
I think Pugna might just life drain him, heal him some more if needed, and looks like, yeah, he's basically back up to full health now on all their heroes.
Now Sumail going towards the Ags. Not often you see a Gyro skip Ags, and obviously with the Paladin Sword and a Rapier, that is a massive item.
Yeah, the free lifesteal from the neutral item, plus he's going to have a Solar Crest from his Chen, so he's getting buffed up a lot.
We've seen these Rapier Gyros and Medusas often turn games around, but Seb is down for a minute. Is that just a free Roche for Secret? No buyback.
It probably is. I don't think if you're OG you want to contest Roshan when you've got a naked Rapier in your gyrocopter, you're kind of just asking to lose the Rapier and lose the game, and looks like OG is going to be playing the base defense game. This is perfect from Secret. You just wait, patiently, find the pick-off, and then go take Roche for yourself. The way you lose this game is if you lose a team fight, then lose Roche. So they make the smart, patient decision.
He did opt to complete the butterfly, even though there is a Rapier on the field.
Just don't have that available.
Matumba Man, after a crash, is back in the game, and we are underway with the Roche going down. It's a refresher shards available. Who do you give it to?
Looks like Shaker
Nisha?
or Nisha. Nisha,
Oh,
yeah.
you get the double Torrent Storm, the double ghost ship, soon to be a fleet.
Thanks, Johan. Looking out for us, making sure we don't forget the Roche timer.
It's all mind games.
Yeah.
You know,
Looking out for the
not only
casters.
about tips. Let Secret know you've got them covered too. Maybe they'll take mercy on you.
So Team Secret may likely be looking to start sieging and poking at the high ground now.
Yapsor roaming about with the Shadow Blade, hunting for opportunities. Does have a gem. Not sure if we mentioned that yet. Obviously, you can see the results. The map quite dark for OG. And NoTail, about to walk into that gem perhaps. He creeps out of the base. He quickly decides that's a bad idea and gets the hell away.
Gotta be so careful against this Shaker with his quick stuns.
And Sumail is farming up a storm though. Like, he is still down 5k, but I feel like he was way further behind earlier. Satanic coming soon.
Yeah, I like the Satanic more than the Ags he had queued up. The status resistance combined with the sustain it gives you. You may just be able to turn around a lost fight when you get low health with the Satanic kill, and the status resistance means that it's just going to be a little bit more difficult for Shaker to chain stun you.
A lot of damage done to the tower, and that is the power of the butterfly.
Yep.
Rapier or not, the illusion's just shredding it, forcing out a glyph. Now 5 minutes where any damage done is unblockable.
Yep, no repair kits on OG this game.
So Matumba Man has switched in a dragon scale. Okay, now he's going to go back to the claw.
That
Interesting.
seems... Maybe he was switching it in just for the tower damage?
For the, does it work on the illusion?
I have no idea.
Armor? I'm actually not sure.
Well, more the damage effect. If that works, that would be insane. He is swapping. Yeah, it looks like he's swapping it onto his illusion. So maybe it works on towers on your illusions. I have no idea how that works, but it looks like he is swapping it in.
Either that or he's just trying to make us look stupid.
Yeah, he's getting the
I'm pretty sure he cares more about
the afterburn on the tower. This is a great way to siege the base. Matu with the next level plays. That is so clever.
Lurking top. That could just mean another lane if they scout this one out. Just out of vision, it looks like.
Yeah, Matu's just going to keep on sieging base with the illusions. Very slow, safe siege. They are really respecting OG and the fact they have this Rapier on gyrocopter.
Well, Sumail, Satanic is done. Satanic number 2 in the quick buy. For when one Satanic just ain't enough. I mean, they're down 30k, gods. This is a big hill to climb. Sumail is pretty farm, but the rest of the team is... They're the 99% to his 1.
Yeah, this is OG after all, though. We've seen this before. We've seen it TI.
Never say never. In comes NoTail.
Runs into him.
Well, that's not how you want the fight to start. Not with 3 heroes getting locked out with the Torrent Storm combo. It's Sumail, first of all. Can he do the damage? Stands his ground with the call down, but Matumba Man muscling his way through him. They try to see what sucks him. They get up to stun. NoTail with the save, but Sumail, he's got to get out. He doesn't have Satanic, or does he? No, he's been decrepit. He's got to back away. Soxa keeps healing him. He survives. They did have to use a buyback there, but in NoTail with the Carapace again. So many interruptions, it doesn't seem to matter as Matumba still has Aegis. He's got the Illusionist Cape too. Charges forward, looking for the NoTail kill again. Can they get it? Burrow straight forward, looking for the commitment. Seb still holding on to that epicenter. Not that it matters all that much as Gyro decrepit again, healed again. Is it going to be enough? Sumail, Satanic in 1 second. Can he get it off? He can. The Burrow through. He holds the ground. No way. Sumail, he's got it in 3. PL is coming back. Nisha's on the run. He can force him down. That's 4. Matumba's the last man standing. Can they kill him off? Decrep, suck, stun. He gets off the Abyssal. He charges the other way. Matumba trying to find the kills. Where are they? They're nowhere. It's the Chen stun follow-up with the net. They're going to do it. They get all 5. Holy shit.
What's going on, OG?
And they don't even lose the Rex.
These guys, they're playing like they want a TI or two. These guys are insane. This is looking like a TI Grand Finals with the kind of Dota.
Where's the tips?
Yeah, that's all that's missing. OG are too honed in on this game, trying to get the 2-0, trying to turn around what looks like an unwinnable situation. Dota Plus was like, you guys got like a 2% chance, and that's only because Dota Plus knew it's OG. If this was any other team, that would be a big
still gives them only a 3% chance after that fight. Oh my goodness. So it looked like he was going to get burst and died here as the BKB wore off. And then Snowtail buys back, gets in, gets the multi-hero stun. Does heals from Saksa. Like, that fight is all the OG support saving him. The decrepifies multiple times. It's actually unbelievable that Sumail lives long enough to get off 2 Satanics in one fight.
Yeah, they were not ready for a DDPL to just come running at them, but that you rarely want to decrypt your teammate, the Gyrocopter. You want him to keep attacking, but that was the perfect situation. He was about to die, the decrypt into life drain, and then they just kite around the Secret. Secret's still 4 alive at this point. This fight looks like Secret's still winning it here. They have a ghost shift. They have damage reduction coming in. And Sumail, it's the second time this fight. He's about to die. He gets bashed by a PL, but the Satanic and Seb stun on 2 heroes. Perfectly played. And once that run wears off, the fight, it's no longer in their favor.
There's action in the game now as Seb is trying to take an outpost here, and he is going to be punished. The whole Secret squad is ready and waiting, and that is a bit of a whoops. They are still down 23k gold. No tail. He bought back earlier.
Something Sumail's got.
There's no detection. He'll get back. Yeah, he bought a full Ags after that fight, and he's got another 2k gold.
Yeah, that's spooky.
It's still Secret with the lead, gods, but it does feel like one more bad fight. That's probably going to be around the time when Roche is up. Suddenly, they're either getting the Roche and a lot of map control, or they're maybe going for a lane, if not the throne.
Yeah. Nice to snipe those Chen creeps. Seems like, I mean, it's a small thing as far as the gold, but it's just denying them from the upcoming fight. Like an Alpha Wolf in a fight, giving Sumail a damage boost. Every little thing matters. We saw, I mean, the Chen creeps last fight, they're getting stomps off, getting ensnares at the end. Kunkka with the Ghost Ship fleet now hits level 25, so now it's the stage of the game where level 25 is into play.
By the way.
Yep. Timbersaw getting the Timber Chain range, and I imagine Gyro getting the homing missile charges.
This Hex could be so huge, though. His BKB is getting low. Yeah. Still 7 seconds, which is better than I would have expected, but... You know, at some point, it's like the rest of the team is going to have to keep him alive, and he can't only rely on the Satanic. Sure, he's got the Ags, but will he even be able to activate the Satanic?
It has a Heart of Taras queued up, I think.
He feels like he needs to live through the burst.
Yeah, live through the burst, the chain stuns, the hexes, and then it amplifies up your healing as well, so...
They're smoked. They're leading with Sumail. Yapzor around the tree he goes, and he Shadow Blades away. A bullet dodged. Nisha also... in the neighborhood and backing off. We'll see a Radiant scan, not find anyone, which is a clue in and of itself.
We chucked a puppy.
Uh-oh. Not the biggest kill, but if they can get him, they'll take it. He does make it out, and he did indeed buy the Reaver, so it is going to be the heart.
He's all in on this survivability, and yeah, I think obviously Rapier gives you enough damage by itself, so he says, I just need to stay alive, and what other survivability items are there? Like, there isn't much. You've already got the Satanic. Scotty's the other one you sometimes see considered, but I think he prefers the amped up regen that he's going to get from this Heart of Tarask, if he can farm it.
Secret with a smoke of their own, and finally OG, they've established a little map control. I think, did they get they got the gem from that fight, right? Yeah, that Puppy's gem is on No-Tail now, so they are lacking that bit of vision. Remember, No-Tail doesn't have buyback. He can't afford to get caught out here, but also needs to be around. 4 buybacks on Secret. Only 2 on OG. Sumail could farm his, but what does it matter? If he drops the Rapier, it's going to be tough. Secret keep on sieging. Matumba with the DD. They burrow to deal with the illusions, and now the jump forward instantly assassinates No-Tail. Out for 50. It's a 4v5 power play, and Secret just focused on objectives, bringing down the melee. They will look for their second lane, but the Glyph is here. A little time bought. The Heart not quite ready yet for Sumail. Or actually, he could buy it, but there's a lot going on.
The shop, yeah. Looks like maybe his courier is coming from the enemy secret shop with it.
All right. Very clever.
Yeah, so he got it from the enemy secret shop.
So now with 3,500... Oh, wait, it's going to be more. 4,300 HP Gyro, but down 2 lanes.
Yeah. He can still be overwhelmed. If PL gets on top of him, there's bashes, there's a lot of kiting. I don't think he's going to necessarily be able to just suddenly tank
Echo Slam, the
frontline.
Hex, the Ghost Ship Fleet, the Torrents. There's a lot of stuns.
He can't just change how he plays these team fights because he has heart.
They're gonna fight Sumail, get the Torrent, they get the tower, and they can just slow roll it if they want, but Seb says no, it's time to battle, boys. Gets the burrow off, Puppey given the Lotus Orb and allowed to retreat, being brutalized by those flak shots, but not enough for the kill.
They're just slowly losing their base. Like, Matu continuing to use this Dragon Scale. He's swapping it in and out on his illusions and sieging buildings with it. Very... kind of, I mean, effective in the sense it's reliable, it's no risk.
Seb, he's been caught. Cask, oh good, counter initiation by Notel, gets off the carapace. Can they keep him alive? No, Seb is deleted, and now the fight breaks out. Sumail's in a bad place, in a bad way. They're gonna buy back on the Sand King, bring him back into the fight, but they're down Notel. That's a huge part of their team fight. Matumba Man's BKB was committed. Sumail's still available. He's got Rapier #2 queued up.
A Spell Prism, that's a nice little tool. For Sand King or Nyx, I guess. They have lower cooldown on their stuns, maybe.
Probably the Nyx with the double stun, but yeah, it's good on anyone.
Yeah.
For now, Seb's gonna take it.
Nyx has a Flicker, which is a nice survivability and movement speed item, so... Into the Roche we go. Those two fights in a row where those TD runes for Secret really helped them out. That one especially was able to force that bottom racks because of a DD, and there's an Ags Refresher.
It's 5 buybacks to 0 right now. 5 to 0.
Yeah.
They're gonna have an Aegis and a cheese.
You can't make too many mistakes if you're an OG.
So we're looking at a 12v5, boys.
Yeah. Secret, they can afford a lost team fight or two, and this game will not turn by itself. Like, they have a lot of room for error. They can just slowly siege the base, and they're playing as if like they've got to play perfectly, because they don't want to give OG a chance back in this game.
Nisha has the refresher shards ready, the double Torrent Storm, the double Ghost Ship, the double Scythe, all available. Lots of lockdown. They're going to start this one off on the front lines. They've almost killed off Puppey with the flank. They do manage to do it. He's going to buy back instantly. It's a trade for the Nyx, though. It's Matumba Man. He's died. He has Aegis. For the moment, he's okay.
That BKB revealing which is the real PL, so you got to be careful about how you engage with that one. He's going to TP back to base, it looks like.
Xing out, getting a quick top off at the fountain. Let's see.
Lotus on the homing missile. That's annoying.
They only need one more lane to secure the Megas. I mean, I would honestly say this OG lineup can win against Megas based on their heroes, though they are down 36,000 gold.
I don't doubt that we would not be seeing a GG call if they get Megas. This game will go on for sure, LD.
50 minutes in, game 2, OG looking to close it out and punch their ticket to a date with VP in the winner bracket finals here of ESL 1 LA Online, powered by Intel.
Yeah, right now Secret in game 2 have something to say about that. They want that game 3. They are the undefeated team as far as series go alongside VP. We've all been kind of frothing at the mouth for a VP Secret matchup, and OG saying, guys, we're still here. We're up a game, and we're looking to hold on and force this one into the late game stages of the game where Dota 2 gets very wonky. 60 minutes approaching, you know, those tier 5 items, you never know what you're going to get and how they're going to change the game.
The Yap comes creeping in, Fissure, and a quick creep army deletion.
Yep. He's trying to save the Alpha Wolf, but it's blocked.
Oh, the zoo has been massacred.
Yeah, second Rapier was queued up on Gyro. We'll see if he buys it. Sometimes you see those backup Rapiers where if you have a second Rapier plus buyback, you can just have a second Rapier base. But with the Relic being pulled, I think Sumail's just going to go all in on a double Rapier here. Maybe leave his treads in his backpack.
Secret might just be able to kite him a bit then.
Oh, no, not the Korean. Zai's really close by.
Oh, he has locked it. Has locked it. May lose it, though. No, Zai's not going to find it. Yep. Just barely dodging the timber.
So he would not have lost the Rapier. Now he combines it, delivers it, and there we go.
He
double
is hitting
Rapier.
for almost 1,000 damage per attack.
And
1,000 damage.
Yes.
Puppey has 2,000 HP, just for context here. Oh, I'm pretty sure he dies to 3 flak shots.
He will. But the Aeon Disc at least will buy him some time. So he should survive the entire flak volley because of the Aeon Disc. And ideally, you're just positioning far away where the flak doesn't reach you, but you never really know.
The gold lead continues to increase, though. Secret is now up almost 40,000 gold. It's like 800 gold per minute advantage, or something along those lines. Not quite the 1,000 mark of a true stop, and yet it feels like OG still have a chance.
Yep. I mean, the crazy thing is we're going to see some of these like support 25s. Puppy was almost level 25 on the Witch Doctor. These are level 25s on supports are so rarely seen in competitive Dota. And this is going to be maybe one of those games.
He changed. He didn't make it down to the low ground. Are they going to be able to make a move on him? They're thinking about it. The Carapace interruption. They bring Zai down to 3rd HP. Now they look to burst him. The Torrent Storm coming through. They do get the kill. He's got no buyback. Out
going
for a while, but the rat intensifies from the rat man.
I mean, PL's afraid, I think. He can't hard commit for this Rax when there's a double Rapier gyrocopter to punish you, so...
The best way to do it with a double Rapier, no boots gyrocopter, just stay the hell away from him. He's a slow bastard.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think if you're Secret, you are looking to keep that bottom lane pushed in and keep poking at the tier 4s. I mean, these PL illusions, it's not just the racks you can poke at. You take those tier 4s out, we've seen countless times. Backdoor protection in like these 78-minute games doesn't mean a whole lot. Not that Secret have good heroes to hit buildings with. That's part of the problem they find themselves in, is they can't kill buildings. PL, a very slow sieger, and Kunkka...
They're just walking down mid, and no tail is there to start things off. But it's on to PL with an Aegis.
Mana, this is always so annoying when you're playing against PL. These illusions, making more illusions, burning your mana.
Now they're going to smoke. Will Secret expect this? They're positioned like they know it's coming. They've got a fresh gem on Yapzor, but it's actually Seb who gets the jump. The chain stun is there. 33 comes in, but the torrent to interrupt this. Yap is going to go down. He does have buyback.
Loses a gem though.
That's 2 gems down, or did he get his back? I'm not sure.
I think that's the 2nd gem they've lost, maybe. There's a double gem on Nyx, so they can probably buy a new one because it's cooled down.
Sumail did get his Ag's blessing, so now has boots again. A little extra attack speed.
That's nice for him, yeah.
He can be pulled back into this fight, I imagine. They're going to need him.
It really shows the mentality of OG that they are all in. No buyback on the gyrocopter. They're just going to do everything they can to keep him alive.
Earthshaker not using his ult. The buildings are melting. They're going to bring down the tier 3. OG finally in the enemy base for the first time this game, and Matumba Man, he's had enough. He's going to buy a Rapier of his own. Still Sumail standing strong. He's almost brought down 2 racks with this. On the backside, they try to engage forward. The PL army doing decent work. Can they kill off Puppy? He's in the middle of it. The stuns are coming through from the Chen army. Matumba Man being dealt with for the moment. Sumail is pummeling him, forcing him back. They get the Puppy kill. He's out for 2 minutes. On the sound side, Sumail, he's too big to fail. He just keeps on charging in. Matumba Man, he's got to get away. The Hex, the save. He still gets the kill. The PL's got to buy back. Rapier's hitting the deck. Sumail still with his 2. The Ghost Ship Fleet. What is it going to matter? Matumba Man back in the fight. Rapier on him as well. I guess he didn't have it. It was in the stash, and now they chase forward. This charge just goes slam by Yapzor. Catch top 3, but being interrupted. Can they bring him down? They've got to deal with Sumail.
They're ignoring him.
They're ignoring him, trying to kill the backliners first. The backliners are starting to drop. Pug the buyback. Now they deal with No Tail. No Tail to drop. Sumail standing strong for the moment. There's a good burrow. Matumba though gets the Lotus Sword. That makes it hard to follow this up. Now the Torrent coming through. They're working him down. Sumail stands strong though. They might lose Seb. Sitting on the chakram. Can he make it out?
It's just impossible to kill Sumail when his teammates are life stunning people.
They've gotten 1 lane, gods. They're only 1 lane down.
This health regen amplification is insane. You get 50% from the heart, you get 17% from the Paladin Sword, and then you get lifesteal from Satanic, lifesteal from Paladin Sword, extra regen from your Chen, from your Pugna. Every heal is being amplified and doubled and quadrupled. I don't even know the math on this. It's
and
just like,
he wants another Rapier. Oh my god.
He's like, they can't kill me, so I need to make sure that they have to address me, and triple Rapier is the best way to do that.
Yapzor on a little mission there to recover a gem is successful, and it's time for number 3. Sub 60-minute triple Rapier gyro. The 1 Rapier on Matumba. OG. 4 Rapiers in the game, I do believe. And still a 30k gold lead, and it feels like Secret are 1 bad fight away from losing this game.
Yep.
Nobody has buyback except for Seb.
You gotta kill the backline.
They're going for the throne, or thinking about it.
You need
they head in.
Sumail.
Tier 4, they do torrent him once, but can they kill him off? Everything's slowly being lobbed at him, but the buildings, they're not dying slowly at all. They're dying very quickly. As Matumba Man chases on to Saksa. Can he burst him in time? Ignoring the fight. No, he can't kill him off. It's a cripple fight. Sumail's ending the game. OG going for the jugular. Can they do it? Keeping the throne alive for now, but Puppy standing his ground. Look at it go. There's the torrent. It's too much regen. The torrent's still coming through. Sumail's still full HP. It's an echo. They're throwing everything. The kitchen sink, the refrigerator, the oven. It doesn't matter. OG will not be denied. 4 heroes dead. It's going to be 5. It's a 1 wipe. It's an ultra kill. It's a win. Unbelievable. What did we just see?
Secret had a gold lead as the throw goes down.
It's about to be back to back to back. They're using stand-in. Sumail is playing an EU.
Before we've seen a TI.
Never say never. In comes Downtown. Oh, well, that's not how you want the fight to start. Not with 3 heroes getting locked out with the Torn Storm combo. And Sumail, first of all, can he do the damage? Stands his ground with the call down, but Matumba man muscling his way through. They try to see what sucks him. They get up to stun. No tell with the save, but Sumail, he's got to get out. He doesn't have Satanic, or does he? No, he's been decrepit. He's got to back away. Soxa keeps healing him. He survives. They did have to use a buyback there, but in no tail with the carapace again. So many interruptions, it doesn't seem to matter as Matumba still has Aegis. He's got the Illusionist Cape too. Charges forward, looking for the no-tail kill again. Can they get it? Burrow straight forward, looking for the commitment. Seb still holding on to that epicenter. Not that it matters all that much as Gyro decrepit again, healed again. Is it going to be enough? Sumail, Satanic in 1 second. Can he get it off? He can. The Burrow through. He holds his ground. No way. Sumail, he's got it in 3. PL is coming back. Nisha's on the run. He can force him down. That's 4. Matumba's the last man standing. Can they kill him off? Decrep, suck, stun. He gets off the Abyssal. He charges the other way. Matumba trying to find the kills. Where are they? They're nowhere. Into the Shen. Stun follow up with the net. They're gonna do it. They get all 5. Holy shit.
What's going on, OG?
And they don't even lose the Rex.
These guys, they're playing like they want a TI or 2. These guys are insane. This is looking like a TI Grand Finals with the kind of Dota.
Where's the tips?
Yeah, that's all that's me.